is everyone talking about Sasikala, AIADMK, Tamil Nadu? What's with politics and election, you wonder? Let me simplify it for you. It's a simple revenge story of Tamil cinema. Sasikala nominated Yedapadi Palanisamy, the current Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, to take over the mantle before she left for Bengaluru prison. She was convicted in a decade-long disproportionate assets case. AIADMK was split into two factions thanks to O. Paneerselvam, who had opposed Sasikala. Palanisamy, known as EPS, didn't want to let go of his position, and Paneerselvam, known as OPS, didn't have the wherewithal to float his own party. Thus, OPS and EPS found it best to shake hands and remain friends with Sasikala out of the way. Like all convicts seeking revenge, Sasikala bid her time in jail. And when she was finally released from jail, she decided to quarantine herself at a resort on the outskirts of Bengaluru, as she had tested positive for COVID-19 and was asymptomatic. Her comeback in Chennai has to be a well thought out plan anyway, right? Like a typical Rajnikant entry in films. However, the teaser too has to make an impact. After all, late Tamil Nadu CM Jayalalitha's confidant Sasikala headed to the resort in a vehicle that waved the AIADMK flag, sending jitters through the spines of EPS and OPS. It worsened when Sasikala gathered supporters at the resort who worshipped her at the gate, and she embraced Karnataka AIADMK President Yuvraj into her fold. The ruling party in Tamil Nadu immediately suspended Yuvraj. Here comes the flashback. Prior to Sasikala's release from prison, AIADMK and BJP decided to continue their alliance during the upcoming election, and EPS insisted that he be made the CM at any cost. BJP had to relent. As news of Sasikala's release gathered steam, BJP's Amit Shah suggested that Sasikala's camp and EPS-OPS camp must join hands to keep opposition DMK at bay during the election. This angered Palanisamy, who walked out in a huff. After all, he didn't want to be Sasikala's pawn. Let's also not forget that Sasikala last visited Jayalalitha Memorial in Chennai before heading to Bengaluru prison. Cut to the present. Sasikala is all set to visit Chennai with a grand procession planned on February 8th. Plans to hire a helicopter to shower flowers are underway, and the first stop would obviously be the place where this drama first unfolded. Paneerselvam doesn't want to lose his telepathic connection with Jayalalitha at the very place that's the memorial where he launched his banner of revolt against Sasikala. Thus, EPS and OPS devised an excuse to shut the memorial, citing work under progress. We have two gangs ready to battle it out for Jaya's legacy. The clash of titans is on. Now that Rajnikant is out of the political picture, will DMK Stalin end up having the last laugh in Tamil Nadu?